Alright, so in this worksheet, I'm going to talk about empirical formula. Worksheet 1 is from the grams. So empirical formula originally is the simplest form of the chemical formula. So remember, like we talk about covalent compound, you cannot reduce. So like some people will get starting with NO2. And the ratio is 1 to 2, right? NO2 is 1 to 2. So some people will get N2O4, N3O6, N4O8, like all like 1 to 2 ratio between N and O. So the NO2 will be the simplest form for chemical formula. Now empirical formula is capital EF. So here I'm going to just start to talk about using the notes I gave you, and then I will do this question on the separate piece of paper. So the color here, like the green color, will corresponding to the step on the bottom, the math color, the step corresponding to the math color, the red color, so that you can follow through the step and the math work. So first of all, how do you get the empirical formula from the gram? Is number one, if you're giving grams of all the elements, okay, make sure you're changing from gram to mole using molecular mass, okay? So you know how to set up the Superman, right? Gram divided by molecular mass. Now you should get the moles, and you want to round to 2 decimal places, which is here, round to 2 decimal places. And then you look up the green color. Oh, actually, let me go back to this one. Now, why nitrogen we need to find the gram? Because the all the elements have the gram, except the nitrogen here does not have the gram. So nitrogen is a question mark, but we all have the 200 gram as the total. So how do I find the nitrogen gram? Is we take the total 200 minus all the individual gram to get nitrogen gram. So this step is like only needed when you have like a missing gram, right? You don't have the gram for that element. Otherwise, if you have all the grams, you can skip this step. So the step 1, okay, the green color is that you take all the individual gram, and then you set up the Superman, you cancel the gram, cancel the element, and you will get the mole, okay, the green part. And then the next step is the red color is you want to find which one is the smallest mole. Right? So from the green part, 8.12 mole, 4.86 mole, 3.25 mole, 3.25 mole. These 4 moles, which one is the smallest number? Oh, it's 3.25. So 3.25 is the smallest one. We're going to divide everybody by 3.25. And then you're going to round to 2 places, and you should get a whole number ratio. Okay, so if you want divided by the smallest number of the mole, you round it to 2 places, hopefully you will get the whole number ratio, and then the element symbol. So what we're going to do here is, 3.25 is the smallest, so we divide everybody by 3.25, and then you cancel mole. So after that, you should have 2 decimal places everywhere, and then the element left over. That will be the red color. Now, step 3 is, if the ratio here, for example, these two, they don't have the whole number, let's say 2.5, 1.5, they don't have the whole number. Now, the 1 and 1, I can round it to 1, but the 2.5, 1.5 is not the whole number. So what are you going to do? Okay, if we have some decimal point, you have to match with this table. Either you round up or round down. So this is, I put the new notes here. Either you round up or you round down, or you multiply by common number to get a whole number ratio. So for example, here 2.5 is ending up 0.5, so we have to multiply everybody by 2, okay, to get a whole number, 5, 3, 2, 2. Okay, it's like a ratio thing. And then after that, okay, the whole number ratio and the element symbol will give me the EF. So for example, I can get C5, H3, O2, N2. So my empirical formula will be C5H3, O2, N2. Okay, and I give you a reference. I give you the answer. Now here, the multiplication of the common number, not necessary to be like, sometimes like if you have to get the whole number here, you fine. You don't have to do the blue part. But if you get any of these numbers, the ending from the red part. Okay, so if any ratio ended with this, okay, you have to change the decimal point to like a fraction, and then you multiply by the bottom. So for example, 0.2, the fraction is 1/5, so you multiply by 5. So you multiply the bottom number. If they are less than 2, less than 0.2, you round down. If they are more than 0.75, you round up in order to get a whole number ratio. So this step, the blue step, is not necessary, like unless you end up with this other situation, you either round up or round down, or you multiply by a common number. All right, so I'm going to do the number 2 separately so then you can see step by step what I'm doing. Okay. Right. So now first, we want to make sure to have all the elements, okay? So double check. I do have 463.0 gram TL, which is atomic number 81, 54.4 gram of carbon, 6.85 hydrogen, and 72.5 gram oxygen. Now I have 4. That means I have to draw 4 Superman, and all the grams, all the elements have the grams, so I can skip this step. But if sometimes the question, let's say, I can show you some questions like, let's say this question, the rest is nitrogen, all right? Or let's see, all right, number 7, the rest is oxygen. You don't have the oxygen gram. Then you have to take the total and subtract all the individual grams, like the black step here. Okay, so this question, I do have all the grams for the R element, so I don't have to do it. But now I need to make sure I did not miss anything. Okay, I have 4 elements, so I'm going to draw 4 Superman. Right, and then I'm going to start to put the gram. Okay, put the gram onto the Superman. .0 TL, 54.4 gram carbon, 6.85 gram hydrogen, 72.5 gram oxygen. Right, so these numbers I just copy from here, and then I want to change to mole. That means I have to use the mm, right? I have to use the mm. So I'm going to find the mm for all. And so my mm, the gram will be on the bottom and the mole will be on the top. So my gram will be on the bottom. And I got this all, okay, from the periodic table. So the mole on the top and the gram on the bottom. Right, so step Superman. Now I'm going to use black pen to cancel my gram and the element. Okay, so I do the division. Okay, so I have to do the first rounding. Okay, I have to do the first rounding. I have 2 rounding. This is the first rounding. Okay, I round it to 2 places. Okay, so I should get 2.27 mole TL, don't forget to write down the element, 4.53 mole C, 6.78 mole hydrogen, and then 4.53 mole oxygen. All right, so I'm ending up with the green step, which is here. I want to do places. And then I'm going to find the smallest mole and then divide everybody by the smallest mole. So you compare here, which one is my smallest mole? Oh, it's a 4.53. This is my smallest. Either this or that, the same number. So I'm going to divide everybody, the red pen, I'm going to divide everybody by the small. Actually, it's not this one. Actually, I made a mistake. Should be 2.27. I made a mistake, so it's not this one. I made a mistake, okay? So it should be 2.27. So I'm going to divide everybody by 2.27 mole. .27 mole. And then I cancel mole. 2.27 mole. And I cancel mole. 2.27 mole. And I cancel mole. 2.27 mole. And I cancel mole. Okay, so I'm going to divide it by the smallest number. Okay, I made a mistake. It's not 4.53. Okay, it should be 2.27. Okay, so divided by the smallest one. So I'm going to just take I'm just going to take out this so you know I made a mistake, okay? So should be the smallest one, okay? So should be 4.53. You leave it. It's not the smallest one, okay? 2.27 is the smallest one, okay? 2.27. So I divided everybody by 2.27. Okay, I hope you can tell that. Okay, now after I cancel the mo, all right, I will have the ratio and the element left over. Now I'm going to do my second rounding. Okay, so you go back here. The first rounding is here. This is my first rounding, okay, which is here, the mo. The second rounding is the ratio. Okay, so the second rounding. This is my second rounding. Second rounding will be what I'm doing right now. Okay, so after that, 2 decimal places. Okay, 2 decimal places. 1.00 TL, 2.00 C, 2.99 hydrogen, and then 2.00 O. Okay, now 1.00 TL, I can make a whole number. 2.00 C, I can also make a whole number. 2.00 O, I can also make a whole number. But 2.99 is not a whole number. So if it's not a whole number, we look up, which scenario it is. Okay, it's actually, this would be bigger. Oh, this is right, bigger than 0.75. It's right. So it's actually 0.99 is going to actually be on this category. So we're on the blue step right now, okay? We're going to round down or round up or multiply by number. So 0.99, right? 0.99 is actually bigger than 7.75. So if 0.99, we actually need to round up. So I'm now on the blue step. Okay, so I'm now on the blue step. So it will be 3. Okay, I'm going to make it 3. Okay, and then what about this? Right, I just make it. Okay, so I'm going to cut the arrow here. Okay, so I'm going to make an arrow. This become 1 TL. This is just 2C. I blue step, and then this is 2. So if I follow the step like here, here I multiply by whole number because they have the ending with the 0.5. Here I'm gonna just make it to be a whole number because 2.99 I can round it to 3, and the rest of them I can just make it rounding, like just take away the decimal point. I hope you can tell. Okay, so then after that, we gotta end up with the whole number ratio, right? So the whole number ratio and the element symbol, this will give me my final step, which is the EF. Okay, so now on the last step, I'm gonna using the black pen. Okay, so then finally my EF, okay, is gonna be TL. We don't write a 1, right? We don't write the 1 in the subscript. C2H3O2. So this is my answer. Okay, and it matched with my reference answer.